Hello my nectarines, Nono here and I'm back with another video. So it's finally spring in South Africa and we are in such a good mood, okay? And the color of the season is butter yellow, which I'm sure you guys have seen. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. I wanted to do a nice cute little almond, but I don't have the right size. So I took my extra long stiletto full covered tips and I turned them into the perfect almond. I also realized that I never actually show you guys how I shape my tips, so if you guys would like to see that, let me know. So I included in the video as well. As you can see, these were super long, so I just shortened them and rounded them out nicely, and they made for the perfect almond shape and the perfect length that I absolutely love. And so we're gonna get into today's application. As for the tips, I'll have them linked in the description box down below. Let's get into it. Off camera, I quickly went off and applied a thin layer of my DIY pillow base. To attach the nails, I'm going to be using my clear rubber base gel. And then, of course, to flash cure, I'm going to be using my gooseneck lamp. And yeah, we're ready for the application. I was actually thinking while I was doing this, I've been so lazy. I've been so lazy, you guys. I haven't done polygel, I haven't done acrylic, I haven't done, I've just been doing full cover tips. They're just so easy. You just like stick them on and you get into the nail art. You don't have to spend like a good hour like filing and buffing. So I think they've been making me lazy. So I'm going to try next video to at least do some polygel nails. But anyway, I quickly attached the nails, which is why I love full cover tips. They're so easy and quick. And then once I'm done, I make sure to give my nails a proper 60-second cure. I usually skip buffing when it comes to full cover tips, but today, because I had changed the shape, the sides were a little bit rough, and so I quickly grabbed my buffer and I just rounded them up nicely, and this just made the shape so nice and crisp, and it was just everything. As for the base, today we're going to be going with the shade Rosetta from the Dare Rubber Base range. I really like this color. I felt like it would complement that butter yellow much better. And of course, I'm applying the same way I always do, a thin layer first, and then I go in with a nice blob, which I then evenly just spread out along the nail using my liner brush, and then finish off with turning the nail upside down so that it self levels. And here's how the nails are looking after I'm done with the application. For the ring finger, I went in with that same clear rubber base gel that I used to apply the nails, and this nail is going to be slightly different from the rest. I needed it to be a little bit more transparent, but overall we are done with the base. I'm loving how it's sitting. Always, this rubber base never fails me. Now let's get into the butter yellow, you guys. I do not have this in gel polish form, so I had to customize and mix it myself. So I'm using the yellow from my color cube from Model 1s, and then I'm using the shade Snow from the Day range, so that I mix a nice pastel yellow. It's very easy to do. It's just yellow and white, but I've seen people make it complicated. I've seen people adding blues and pinks. Do whatever floats your boat, but I was happy with just the combination of the two colors, and it just looked perfect to me. So I didn't actually have an inspo pick for today's nail art. I kind of figured I'd wing it. I knew that I wanted all the nails to be Frenchies, and then we'll put some nail art on each nail to make it special. Now, it was not a good Frenchie day. It was not. I struggled so much to do these Frenchies. Most of them I did them off camera, so if you're looking for a tutorial how to do the perfect French, this is not it. But I made sure to go in with 2 coats so that the color is nice and opaque. And for this nail, we're going to be doing a 3D flower. I finally found some white solid glue gel, you guys. If you're an OG here on my channel, you'll know I'm always mixing my own white solid glue gel. Well, those days are over, honey. I ain't gonna mix no more. I finally found a really good one, and I also love how milky the white is. I find that the easiest way to make 3D flowers is to roll out your solid glue gel and then cut out equal exact sizes when it comes to the petals, roll them up into little circles, and then place the circles onto the nail. This makes the whole process super easy. Arrange them exactly where you want each petal to be. And now this is my secret weapon, this cuticle pusher stick, you guys. I'll usually go in with a silicone tool, but I find that the cuticle stick does a way better job because it's stiff. It creates a nice indentation in the center, and then it also just makes it easy to just shape the entire nail. So with the pointier side, I kind of shove all the petals towards the center together, and then I find that with the flatter side of the cuticle stick, I can then widen the petals. That way they are the perfect like rounded shape. And also I use the other end of the cuticle stick to just clean it up along the edge so that's nice and pointy. It just makes for the perfect cute little flower. If you've been struggling with 3D flowers, you guys, get yourself a cuticle stick. I promise you, it makes the whole process so much easier. I wanted my 3D flower to have a touch of color in the center, so I'm going in with this neon bright pink. And then I recently bought these square sponges in the picker upper. I was just so excited to try it. Okay, I probably didn't even need to do this, but I was like, wait a minute, I got some sponges, honey, let's test it out. And I absolutely loved it, you guys. You do need some pat gels though. It works better with pat gels or solid gels. And as you can see, just created such a cute little effect in the center. Now I saw this hack on TikTok. You don't have to throw away the whole sponge. You just cut out a tiny section of the part that you have used, and then you just keep the rest of your sponge. I just love this. It's so cost effective and it's so smart. I love it when you share such hacks in the nail community. What's a 3D flower without some caviar beads in the center? Of course, you had to add some. I did apply a tiny bit of some rubber base in the center there, and then I just opted for just 3 tiny little caviar beads, and I sealed everything in with some top coat. After I was done with this nail, I knew the rest of the set was gonna eat because wow, it turned out so great. As I mentioned, we're doing Frenchies on all the nails, so I'm skipping past the Frenchie on this nail because again, it just didn't look great while I was doing it, but I did 2 coats of the color, and now we're going to be going in with the nail extension gel from American Creator. I feel like this gel has replaced my rhinestone glue when it comes to doing 3D swirls. It is not too hard, it is not too soft, it is just the right consistency. But my favorite part about this gel is how clear it is, you guys. That clarity is absolutely unmatched, and it doesn't yellow once you cure it. I am so grateful that they sent this to me. I'm gonna have to purchase another one when this one is finished because I cannot live without it. So we did that classic swirls that come from the outside towards the inside. I don't know what they're called. I sealed the nail with my non-wipe top coat, and this nail just turned out amazing, you guys. Look at how clear those swirls look. My rhinestone glue could never. For the ring finger, we're doing that 3D half a slice of lemon, and I just mixed some clear rubber base on the side, just dilute that color and make it look like a syrup gel. And I actually realized that I don't own any syrup gels. In this moment right here, I was like, it actually would have been nice if I had some syrup gels. The dream is to have some Korean syrup gels, but you guys, the shipping to South Africa would probably be killer. But that's the dream. I'm saving up for that. One day I'll be doing a sweetie nail supply unboxing, okay? Watch this space, it's coming. But to do the lemon, I quickly used that same color, that same pastel yellow, and then I outlined it with a thin white line so that it looks like a realistic lemon. And then with a longer liner brush, I just divided the nail in half, and then half, and then half of halves to create like equal amounts on the nail so that it looks like a realistic slice of lemon. And this was very easy to do. I feel like this is beginner friendly, but when you look at it, you think like it's so complicated. It isn't, you guys. Super easy to do. Off camera, I just rounded the top there so it looks like a realistic lemon. I tried filming it, you guys. The angles were not angling. I'm so sorry for that. Now to create the 3D lines, again, I'm reaching for my nail extension gel from American Creator. And this time around, I just opted to take some out and put it on the side. That way I can really swirl my brush in to pick up a nice blob at the end of my brush. That way when I place it down, I can have like that part higher, and then as I drag down it goes lower and lower and lower. I hope that makes sense. I also just realized that I owe you guys a 3D swirl tutorial. I promised one of you guys in the comments that I'll do it, and I never did it. I definitely need to do better. That 3D swirl tutorial is coming, you guys. Here's how we're looking after we're done with this nail. I did start over, you guys, because I ended up not liking the first version, but this version is much better and in proportion to the nail. And I kind of felt like it needed a pop of yellow in the center, so I'm going in with some jelly yellow just to create like a cute little aura there, just to add like a little bit of color. And I loved it. I felt like this is exactly what the nail needed. And then once I was done with this, I sealed off the nail with some top coat and we were done. It looks so juicy. It looks so juicy and sour. I just love this nail. And now for the pinky, I wanted it to look a little bit like different. So for this one, I'm doing sort of like 2 circles that are connecting, but it's still a Frenchie. I don't know what it's called, you guys. If you do know, let me know in the comment section, please. But anyway, I started with the lower Frenchie and then I did the bottom Frenchie as well. So it's like 2 upside down Frenchies connecting together. The only thing that I paid close attention to is that I like the point where they touch to be very thin. So I worked really hard to make sure that they were nice and thin. I also made sure that I go in with 2 coats so that the overall like nail is nice and opaque and it matches the rest of the nails. In the center of that nail, I wanted to add some gold flat back pearls. I love these so much that I ran out of all the small ones. So I'm using a medium flat back pearl, and then on either side I just used some caviar beads, and I really loved it. I felt like they balanced each other really, really well, and it just tied the nail with the rest of the design so well. It looked so pretty. And lastly, for the thumb, I went in off camera and I did that Frenchie. And then for this nail, I'm using the exact same extension gel to create some 3D swirls. And we were pretty much done with today's design, you guys. I'm finishing off with some cuticle oil from BT Art Box. I recently reviewed these. Please go check them out if you guys haven't seen the video. I'll have it linked at the end. I've been enjoying these cuticle oils so much. My cuticles love them, but more than anything, the overall skin on my hands just appreciates them so much. They're so good and so nourishing, non-greasy, and just overall they're just everything. They smell so good. And with that, we are done with today's design, you guys. Here it is. It is the perfect buttery yellow summer spring set, and it just brings me so much joy. Now that we're finally in spring, it is just the perfect shade, honestly, to usher us into warm weather. I really love that I paired it with this beautiful pink shade. They just complement each other so well. The 3D elements are by far my favorite. That nail extension gel did a solid on this one, and of course here they are in the sunlight, and look at the flowers behind me, honey. Spring is here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Please let me know what you guys think of today's design. Of course, comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.